Hi, this is Manoj Srinivas from Cisco Technical Marketing Team, and this video is going to be a quick demonstration of Webex Experience Management with on-prem contact center server. In this example, we have taken UCCX deployment. Now, as part of WXM, we have introduced two new gadgets in Finesse. The first gadget is the customer experience journey. Now, this gadget shows a customer's journey of his or her previous interactions with the organization through previous survey results obtained via different channels when a call lands on an agent desktop. Now, this helps the contact center agent in providing better support to the customer and understand the pulse of the customer. The other gadget is the customer experience analytics. This gadget shows the NPS and CSAT scores of the contact center along with individual agent scores across 5 different categories like the friendliness, enthusiasm, communication skills, ability to understand needs, and provide satisfactory resolution. This helps the agent to understand in which metric he or she is doing well and on which metric they need to work on for a better NPS and CSAT survey. The gadget also provides a quick understanding of which skill the agent received the highest rating and which skill or metric the customer disliked the most. WXM administration page provides flexibility of adding additional metrics within this analytics gadget so admin can add more data which are beneficial for the agents. Now, WXM with on-prem contact centers provide post-call survey capability. So once the agent disconnects the call from Finesse desktop, caller is redirected to WXM cloud where they will be asked series of questions to rate the experience. Now, this feedback is stored in WXM. If the same customer calls back in the future, WXM filters the customer ID and pushes the previous survey results to agent answering the call so agent can provide better support. So the customer ID becomes the unique field here, and each customer calling in should have a unique customer ID to prevent overlap and incorrect survey results being pushed to agent desktop. Now for this demo, I'm going to go ahead and place a test call from a soft phone. This is my soft phone that I have it running, and we will see the customer experience journey gadget update with all the previous survey results that this user has shared from different channels like SMS, email, web service, etc. and present that to the agent. Once the agent disconnects the call from Finesse desktop, the caller will be transferred to WXM cloud and will be prompted with a series of survey questions. Now this is the CCX script that we'll be using for our testing. For Cloud Connect component to send customer ID information, we need to create an ECC variable called as pod ID. In my case, I have hard-coded the customer ID information as Tyler Anderson and associated that with pod ID variable. In real-world scenario, you will usually do an external DB lookup and capture the customer ID and update this variable. And in the UCCX application, you need to enable Cisco Webex Experience Management Post-Call Survey checkbox and select the questionnaire that you would like to ask the customer once the agent disconnects the call. Now the configuration is in place. Let's go ahead and place a test call from my soft phone. As you can see, as soon as the agent is reserved, the customer experience journey gadget is updated. This shows all the previous surveys this customer has provided during his interaction with the organization. This could be a survey captured on a website when he was browsing a page like you see this, or it could be a survey that was captured over an email as an example shown here, or it could be a survey captured over SMS. So WXM consolidates all the survey data that a customer has provided through different channels and present that to the agent desktop when the call is answered. So agent understands the pulse of the customer and provide a better support. Once the conversation is complete, at this point, I will go ahead and disconnect the call on agent desktop. This will redirect the caller to WXM cloud and will be prompted with series of survey questions.
Based on your interaction, how likely are you to recommend Cumulus to a friend or family? On a scale of 0 to 9, where 0 is the lowest and 9 is the highest, Cumulus made it easy for me to complete my transaction/resolve my issue. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? On a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 is the lowest and 5 is the highest, please rate our care center representative on the following aspects. Friendliness on a scale of 1 to 5, where please rate our care center representative on the following aspects. Enthusiasm on a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 is the please rate our care center representative on the following aspects. Communication skills on a scale of 1 to 5, where please rate our care center representative on the following aspects. Ability to understand your needs on a scale of 1 to 5, where please rate our care center representative on the following aspects. Providing a satisfactory resolution on a scale of 1 to 5, where how would you rate your overall satisfaction with the service you received? Thank you for your feedback. Goodbye.
As you noticed, I was asked a series of questions, and once the survey was complete, the call was disconnected. This response will be stored in WXM, and when the same caller or the customer calls into the contact center the next time, this new survey result will also be pushed to Agent Desktop. Now let me go ahead and place another test call to demonstrate this. As you can see, this is the previous survey result for this caller, which was collected a few minutes ago. Let me go ahead and disconnect this call. Now, this call is called as an inline survey, or these kind of surveys are also called as inline surveys, where the caller is immediately redirected to WXM when the agent disconnects the call. Now, we also provide something called as deferred survey, where the caller will receive an email or SMS survey once the call has been disconnected. Now, this is available starting ES01 for UCCX 12.5 release. We can choose the survey type from the application configuration. So I'm going to switch to UCCX admin page, and in here, I'm going to select the survey type to be SMS or email. And from the drop-down, I'm going to select demo email for our demo now. There's a checkbox which asks you to make sure all the necessary variables are configured for this survey. You enable that checkbox and you say update. And in the UCCX script, we need to define a new session variable called as the CCX customer email ID and assign a value to it. I have hard-coded my email ID here as my customer email ID, but in real-world scenario, you will be doing an external DB tip and populate this variable. If you're using an SMS survey, you need to define another session variable called the CCX customer ANI and populate the value of the customer ANI here. Now that configuration for email survey is complete, let's go ahead and place a test call. You will notice once the agent ends the call is not redirected to WXM. Caller gets disconnected and email survey is sent after a few minutes. Let me pull up my soft phone for the test call. I have the agent and the caller connected to each other. I'm going to go ahead and hang up this call. Here's the email that I received with a link for the survey. I'm going to go ahead and click on this link, which will take me to the WXM webpage. And here I will be asked a series of survey questions. So this is based on the previous interaction that we had with the agent. Let me go ahead and fill these up. Please rate your customer care representative on following aspects: friendliness, it's a 4-star, enthusiasm, communication skills, ability to understand your needs, providing a satisfactory resolution, and my overall satisfaction. Once I hit submit, this information will be stored in the WXM cloud, and the next time when the agent receives call from the same customer, this information will be populated on the customer journey gadget. I hope this was informative, and thank you for viewing.